My name is Jeff, and I'm starting a Gofundme campaign to help with my wife, Sabine, in her fight with stage 4 breast cancer. Almost 2 months ago, I took Sabine to the hospital for what we thought was sciatic pain or dislocated hip. Instead, the doctors told me that my wife has infiltrating ductal carcinoma of the breast that had metastasized. I was having a hard time with that, and spread to the bones in her hip and pelvis. We were blindsided. Just a few months ago, Sabina was out running with the dogs and tending to her milk goats. Anyway, the doctor said that the cancer had all but dissolved the right femoral head and neck, the top part of the femur that goes into the hip, and then also eaten away a portion of the left side of her pelvis, making it or leaving it extremely fragile. She puts any weight on it, if she even moves her leg wrong, there's a possibility of a fracture right now. And she started right away with treatment, beginning with a hip replacement, which went well. They replaced her right hip and then started her on radiation so that they could get rid of anything in there that was continuing to eat away at the bones, and allow her pelvis to start rebuilding itself. Then she started the chemo, and and that blocks the estrogen production, which is what's feeding the cancer, and in hopes of stopping or shrinking the tumors. So after 6 weeks in the hospital, I was able to bring her home, or she was brought home by transport. In that time, before that time, I had poured a 60-foot or 50-foot walkway, concrete walkway, for her wheelchair, and a wheelchair ramp up to the house to make the house wheelchair accessible. Built her bed frame and modified a wheelchair so that she could easily transfer back and forth, and then remodeled the living room so that she could be in as much of the house as possible and be involved. She's able to at least see her goats. I put security cameras down in the stalls for the goats so she can at least see them, and a baby monitor so that she can hear them. So she could be as comfortable as possible in the state that she's in right now. While I did all that stuff myself, it's still fairly expensive, and now the bills have started to come in. And on top of that, we still haven't even addressed her transportation needs. Sabina's condition makes it very dangerous for her to transfer from wheelchair to a car seat, and the chemo is making her ill, which means the possibility of numerous emergency bathroom stops, and of course none of our doctors' offices are even remotely close. So here's where we're asking for your help. Sabina has a lot of upcoming appointments. We've been lucky enough to line up some openings with some doctors who are doing some specialty work, and with some new treatments that may be able to help her. In order to get Sabina to her appointments, we're hoping to obtain a vehicle that has a wheelchair lift and enough room to accommodate her needs. So anything that you can give would be greatly appreciated. And If you can't or don't feel like giving, that's fine. We just ask that you please share our GoFundMe link to hopefully broaden our exposure. And with your help, we can get Sabina back on her feet, literally. And she can get back to spending time with her dogs and the goats that she loves so very much. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for your consideration. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.